All right, what we're going to do today is program or initialize a Ford Edge sunroof. This one happens to be a 2014. I have just cleaned and lubed the track because the sunroof would barely close. I mean, very, very slow. It took like 15 seconds or maybe more to close. It now closes in about 7.5 seconds, which is screaming compared to what it was. That's about as fast as you'll see one. Fastest I've ever gotten one is about 6.5 seconds. I've never seen one faster than that. So anything 7 or 8, 9 is perfectly good. Anyway, I decided to go ahead and program it. And I don't have a video on programming one of these. It's fairly simple. I've got the shade cracked partially open because you're supposed to hold the button until it shuts and then let off. All right, here's what you're supposed to do. You start the car. Now, you turn the car on technically. I always start the car. I say this in every programming video I do, but I start the car, and the reason why is these are used cars. They're several years old, and I don't know what shape the battery's in. And the sunroof, especially these giant panoramic Vista sunroofs, put a load on the motor and the battery. So I don't want to be the one to have to go up there and say, oh yeah, your sunroof's fixed, but your battery's dead. And the customer's going to say, my battery was fine when I brought it in. Oh, well, that's happened too many times over the years to people, and I've seen it happen. So I start it. That way you have a little extra juice in the battery, with the alternator running, and it just happens a little faster. So anyway, the instructions didn't really say whether you had to have the door open or shut. I generally default to the door open. Shut, unless it says specifically open. Now, some of them do say open. I think it's an Explorer that you have to have it open, and it specifically tells you. But this one here is a little different. So what you do, you've started up. If the sunroof's open, the shade is open or the sunroof, you pull the switch. Oh, it's still on. Let me open it up and kill it. Okay. You start it up. You pull and hold the switch until it fully shuts the shade. Now, if the sunroof's open, the sunroof's going to shut. You should already have the sunroof shut, honestly, but the sunroof's going to shut. Then you're going to shut the shade. When the shade is fully shut, say that 3 times real fast. You let off, hit it again immediately, and then you hold it, and it says 21 seconds. Now, I've already tried this one time, and it's pretty close to that. It takes a while. It only takes about 12 or 13 seconds for the F-150s to start, but this takes a little longer. Then what it's going to do, it's going to rock the sunroof forward a little bit to find the absolute farthest it can move. And then you're going to let off of it and hit it again. And then they're both going to open in unison and then shut. Not in unison, but they're going to shut. And when they're shut, you're programmed. So if you've had any kind of issue with your sunroof or you just lubed it or anything, you should probably do this. So, all right, let's start it. All right, so I'm going to hold this till it shuts, and then I'm going to let off of it. Watch this. Shut, let off, hold it again. Now I'm holding it shut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, in just a few seconds you should hear it bump. There it goes. You hear it? Now I'll let off again. And here they both go. It actually flexes the sunroof and the shade a little bit, so you don't have to necessarily hear it, but you will hear it. Now see, it went to the back, found the back of its travel. Now it's headed shut. And here comes the shade. This does both of them. This programs the shade and the sunroof. When it gets shut, you're done. Boom. It's programmed. And you can test it. It's going to open that. And then the window. Oh no, that's just the shade. This is one switch. Yep, then you punch it again. There goes the sunroof. And they stop. I don't know why in the world they don't go fully open, but they don't. There's fully open. All right, well, let's test it shut. How fast did I make it? 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. So about 7.5. Okay, so there's how to program an Edge sunroof. This is 14, but I'm pretty sure it works for the previous 4 or 5 or 6 year models. So hopefully this will help you. Any comments or questions, let me know. Thanks.